He don't want to deal with his own daughter. This man deserves no praise ever in life. He is so bottom barrel. Hello and welcome back to Actually Let's Talk About It with me, your host Lily, and today I will be reacting to Dr. Cha episode 11. Yes, we are already here. So pretty much the gist of what happened last episode 10, is basically Dr. Cha knows her husband is cheating. Dr. Cha knows he has an illegitimate daughter as well now, and he isn't aware that she knows, and in all his stupidity, her little drunkard of a husband went on ahead and revealed on basically they were volunteering at a local village, and he revealed while he was drunk that they were married, and now everybody in the office know, everybody in the hospital know, and she's really thinking about divorcing this man as well. And Dr. Gim is telling her she needs to divorce this man, and I hope that they don't try to write this that she stays with this man, because I will drop this show so fast if they do that. Because out of all the mess that this man has put her through, if they write that she stays with him, they're literally writing her stay in a literally abusive relationship. Because when a man is cheating on you, and on top of that, he's cheating on her unprotected, you don't know what the woman that he's cheating on you with got, or what she could give you. That may not be a problem in her body, but could be a problem in hers. And I'm like, so either way, because that's kind of like physical abuse, because you out here going into whatever you want to go into outside of your wife, and she don't know about it. So if they try to write this mess that she stays with him, I'll be really disappointed in these writers, because that's very anti-woman of them to write it that way, because it just wouldn't make any sense for her to say. Her kids are grown. She doesn't need this man. She has her own career that she's starting and excelling in. What does she need this man for at this point? Nothing, because he can't even provide emotional support. He couldn't even give her a portion of his liver. A portion. Like we forgot what happened in episodes 1 and 2. He didn't even want to give her, as his long-suffering wife, a portion of his liver to save her life. She would have literally died in episode 2 had that other person who was listed as a organ donor not been able to give her that. So yeah, if they write that she stays with him, I'm going to drag the hell out of this show. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't care how traditionalist you are as a society, for you to promote and encourage the literal mental, and because he's going around sleeping with other people, even though it's just one person unprotected, and he's bringing his nasty self back home as if he's not doing that, that can open her up to so many STDs, which are sexually transmitted disease, or STIs, sexually transmitted infections. That's not even funny. That could also be the reason why she ended up having an issue with her liver, because of the nastiness he was doing with the other woman that he works with at the hospital. That's how serious that is. So I'm like, if they write it this way, I'm going to lose all respect for these writers. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and continue with the reaction, but I just had to get that little piece of rant out of the way, because it seems like they're trying to do that, and I'm like, nah, dead that. Write her either happily single, or with Dr. Roy, or save it. Don't write it at all. But she definitely needs to get a divorce. That's for sure. She definitely can't go back to this man. For real. I don't even care if he end up getting sick. Oh well, have your mistress take care of you, because you love her down so much, right? That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to get straight into this reaction. But before I get into the reaction, do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you are not yet subscribed, because we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and every day we get a little bit closer. And also don't forget to like this video, because it helps it get out to more people through the algorithm or something like that. Yeah, do that. And also don't forget to comment what you think, and if you think the writer's going to try to write it stupidly. But yeah. Okay, but and then the Patreon shout out for today's video goes out to Keisha L. Once again, thank you so much for being a patron. It is really very much appreciated. And without further ado, we're going to get straight into this reaction and see what we're going to see about Dr. Cha episode 11. Like, I can't even use my hands. I gotta go like 10 and then 11. There we go. So, episode 11. Let's get into it, y'all. I just find it incredibly sad that every time she's down, it's always people who are not related to her that cheer her up. Outside of her mother. And outside of her minor daughter. But it's really sad that the only people that can really cheer her up is strangers. Or that people that are not even related to her at all. I don't like that. Well, you shouldn't have approached her, girl. You're the one who revealed the secret. Not the other way around. But it's her father's fault and her mother's fault. It's both of their faults.
저희 아버지도 그러신 적 있어요.
Oh, wow. Oh, God.
엄마는 그 일로 우울증이 생겨서
These men. He don't want to deal with his own daughter. This man deserves no praise ever in life. He is so bottom barrel.
있어요. 지금 보니 나름 잘 어울려요.
Ooh. I like it. I like this. Via. I'm proud of her. I'm so proud of her because it's kind of like all those gifts that he gave to kind of make up for the fact that he was cheating in the first place and to hide the fact that he was cheating in the first place. So her returning it to sender and breaking that coffee maker and throwing that bracelet that cost him at least almost $6,000. I love that for her. I love that for her. And I hope he gets the message. That's all I'm gonna say.
여기서 할까요?
Okay. Because she like, we can either do it this outside, or I can tell them what you are right here. Either way, the point will be getting across. Oh, I love this Dr. Cha right here. Because she's a woman on a mission. Oh, I let her see it. Oh, I let her see it. I let him say it. Oh, okay, it's spicy. I like this.
두 사람 사랑 영원하길 바래.
그건 아니고 사실 우린 이미 헤어지기로.
누구 마음대로 헤어져?
Okay, so she said, you guys are in love. I hope it lasts forever. Her husband gonna say it's not that. So he's never, like I said it, I called it. I said what I said. The earlier reactions to these episodes. He does not love this woman. She is just convenient for him to be with. That's it. That's it. She is an old flame that he likes to reminisce on from time to time. And that's all it is. But he is not in love with her. I already knew that. I believe that the only person that he loves outside of himself most definitely is Dr. Cha, but he won't realize that until after he's already lost her, which is right now. He's not going to realize that he's always been in love with Dr. Cha until he no longer has access to her. And that's when he's going to realize that old girl right there, the mistress, was never a woman that he was in love with. If you were so in love with her back in your college days, you would have never cheated on her in the first place. If you were so in love back then, if you were so in love with her when you met up again in Chicago, you wouldn't have had a one-night stand or whatever it was, a little fling, and went on back to Korea and never talked to her until 3 years ago. If you really loved her. She's just somebody who's easy in his eyes. And was he wrong? Because she's right there. Still being boo-boo the fool for him. Full, I'm like, the amount of respect she does not have for herself. I mean, didn't BTS say it best? Love yourself. All girl need to learn. Professor Choi need to learn.
다 알아. 이제 그따위 아직은 안 먹힐 테니까 네가 그만둬.
Oh, I heard that girl.
한 달 주나. 그 안에 그만두고 내 눈앞에서. 어디가 이래? 우리 애들한테 어디가 이래?
The doctor gave him right there. God damn.
태어나면 분유도 먹이고 잠도 재우고.
Okay, y'all, there's something about this. There's something about this here that don't sit right in my spirit. There's something about it. Now, I know that she's sick and she had to deliver the baby because she was sick. She should not be getting discharged. She should not. They should not let her go home. Because I have a feeling that this young woman's character is going to die if she goes home. I don't know why I got that feeling, but I feel it. Like she should not be discharged yet. They have to keep her under observation because when a woman just gives birth, even if it's been days, she should stay at the hospital or a hospital-like environment for at least 2 weeks after because you could start hemorrhaging. You can have internal bleeding. There could be many complications after you give birth. Giving birth, it can be life-threatening in and of itself. But after you give birth, those next 6 to 8 weeks after you give birth are very crucial. And since she's already sick, they should not be discharging her at all. That's the weird part here. And I know in South Korea, they even have those hospitals that you go to after you give birth where they wait on you hand and foot while your body recuperates. I don't understand why she's even going home right now. This is weird, y'all. But I don't think she should be going home at all.
하지만 의지할 사람 엄마 아빠밖에 없단 말이야. 엄마 아빠가 키워줘야 된단 말이야.
네가 키워. 이 새끼를 네가 키워야지 누구 사람 키워달래?
Now why they doing this?
내가 걱정한다.
She says she grown up.
그게 뭐든 난 상관없어.
Yep.
아니, 난 괜찮아.
I love his daughter. She said, I'm grown up too. And she said, do whatever you want. That means if you want to divorce that man, do it. Because she said, I'm going to be okay. Okay. I love a daughter for that. I love a daughter for that. I don't feel sorry for her. Because at her big age, in your late teens, because she's not in her early teens, she in her late teens, you started something that you couldn't finish. Because at the end of the day, you didn't have to approach your father's family about his affair with your mother and you being the product of that affair. You didn't. You chose to do that to be spiteful, trying to ask somebody if they're mentally strong. And she showed you just how mentally strong and physically strong she is. You were trying to goad her in that bathroom, trying to talk about, are you going to give me your dad? And that's the only way she's going to change academies. And she said, bitch. And you got your arm twisted in to the left and to the right. And now you can't use it for a little bit. You brought it on yourself. It's the consequences of your own actions because you're old enough to know better. So I don't feel sorry for you, girl, that you can't compete in the admissions thing. You didn't think about your safety and your well-being. Because everybody should know by now, at that age, you know words have consequences. For every action, there's an equal or opposite reaction. It's a basic law of physics. Your action caused a very opposite reaction. But it's still an action she chose to take. So I don't feel sorry for the girl. So sorry, I don't feel sorry for her. Because at that age, when I was that age, I wasn't talking crazy to people. Unless you can back up that talk. Especially in the States. You can't just be talking crazy to people, especially in high school. Because people got into fights every day at school over little things. And most of the time, they started off from verbal debates that somebody started, just like what she did here. Except she lucky, all she got was a twisted little arm in a cast. Okay, because the high school fights in the States, people would be getting rolled out in stretchers over all that talk, and they couldn't back it up. So she lucky. This is pretty much unscathed compared to most. So she lucky. And she was trying to bully. I'm like, girl, nah, I don't feel sorry for a bullying high school kid. Nah. You reap what you sowed. Oh well. You will learn now, and you'll know better next time.
이혼
Mm-hmm.
하기 싫습니다.
Wow. Wow.
잘 걸어봐. 아유, 진짜 살다 내가
You won't have to get divorced,
서
sir.
나오기 처음이네. 아이가 네 딸의 불행은 네가 저지른 일에 대한 대가라는 거.
Mm-hmm.
억울할 거 없어. 나도 내가 저지른 짓에 대한 대가를 받고 있다고 생각할 테니까.
What? What? What the hell? Yo, what is happening?
이따 봅시다.
Oh, Dr. Chua needed to wait. She probably still asleep. All this for naught. Wow. Sir, it's embarrassing right now. It's embarrassing.
정숙
그림이 약간 뻘쭘하니까 같이 가시죠.
그렇게 대대적으로 광고를 돌렸는데 아무도 안 오면 어쩌나 했네요. 두 분 진심으로 환영합니다. 저기 안쪽에 빈 방 2개 있으니까 하나씩 쓰시면 됩니다.
I see what our good sis is doing here. Making a love connection here, okay? Because we know there's an attraction here, okay? Dr. Chaw wasn't daydreaming about her husband, okay? In that elevator little scene. That's all I'm gonna say. And Dr. Kim is proving he is very much interested in Dr. Chaw. And that's all I'm gonna say here. And we got our good daughter-in-law here. Making sure her mother-in-law is connected to the right men. And for that, I must always support this woman. That's all I'm saying. Oh, please don't let them be related. I really don't want that. Or wait. Either he's somehow related to... Okay, so it could go one of 3 ways. He could either turn out to be related to Dr. Chaw somehow. He could turn out to be related to her husband somehow. Or he could turn out to be related to her friend somehow. Or the 4th option, which is not very common in the K-drama, he's not related to nobody in the main cast. Yeah, I haven't seen it happen yet, but it could. But odds are he's related to... Most likely he's not related to Dr. Chaw. Hopefully. But I'm pretty sure he's either related to her low-down, dirty, cheating-ass husband, or he's possibly related to her friend that runs the clinic. Possibly. Or he's not related to anybody in the main cast. But it can go either way in a K-drama.
교수님 댁에서 지내신다는데요? 뭐야? 교수님이 화재 때문에 갈 데 없는 전공의들 위해서 집을 개방하셨어요. 아마 관사랑 꽤 많을걸요? 하는데 착각하지 마. 당신이랑 내가 다를 게 있어? 나는
Yes.
최소한 남의 걸 탐한 적은 없어. 구질스럽게.
Excuse me? I know this man is on some serious shit right now. Because no, he's not trying to say him and Dr. Roy are the same. No, sir. You are an adulterer, a cheater, and a hoe. 3 things that Dr. Roy would never be. Dr. Roy is ethical. Okay? Dr. Roy Gam. Okay? Ethical, fine, intelligent, and respectful. He ain't been nothing but respectful to Dr. Chaw. He may like Dr. Chaw, but he's never tried to push her into anything romantic. He's been very much that friend, that shoulder to cry on. Well, you should be that to her as her husband. And you're not. He was even mentoring your son better than you were as his father. Stepdad responsibilities. Anyway, if he does pursue Dr. Cha, he is very much in his right, because she just found out you've been having an on and off affair for the last 20 years with the same woman that you disrespected all them years ago in college. And you had a baby with that woman. And Dr. Cha is just now finding out about it. I'm really trying to understand how this man has the audacity and the nerve, but it's simply because he is so incredibly selfish that he has allowed himself to go into delusions of grandeur and self-importance where he is irrelevant. And that's all I'm gonna say.
조심히
I
가세요.
don't know. There's something about this. I don't think she should go home. I don't know why I'm feeling that way. But I don't know.
짠찰 수 있겠죠.
Oh my god. Why are they fighting? It's not funny, because that's not funny. But why is Dr. Gim? I know Dr. Gim didn't start it. I know her low down trifling husband started it. But Dr. Gim definitely gonna finish it. I'm excited for episode 12. But it's something about that patient. And I feel like it's gonna be addressed in episode 12. But I just don't feel like they should have let her go home, because I think she's gonna pass away. And I also don't get why they can't, like, I know you can't make somebody get treatment for an ailment, but I don't know how it works with the medical system in South Korea, but I don't think somebody who has an illness should be allowed to go home if the illness is still present, even if it's terminal. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Something about that patient just don't sit right with me. But yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen in episode 12, though. But that is my reaction to Dr. Cha episode 11. There was a lot of revelations here, a lot of drama here. And that cliffhanger, though. I already know Dr. Gim, if he really wanted to, could be down Dr. So in a minute. That's no question about it. But we're just going to see what's going to happen in episode 12 in regards to that. But if you have stayed until the end of this video, thank you so much. And also don't forget to give it a good thumbs up, because it helps the video reach more people. And to also comment down below if you have any thoughts on this episode or what's in store for the rest of the season. And also don't forget to subscribe if you made it all the way to the end of this video and you are not yet subscribed, because we are on the way to 1,000 subscribers and every day we get a little bit closer. And until the next reaction, I will see you on the next video. Bye.